Hello, I hope everyone is well. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm going to do a video now on tempo. Okay, so it's those little numbers that you may see in your training program and you may not be too sure what they are for, but they are so important to your training. Okay, so I'm going to explain this to you now. So what we're going to cover in this video now is why is tempo important, how long a lift should be for, what the tempos mean, and how they can impact your training. Okay, there's three main reasons why tempo is important. First of all, it's the safety of the lift. Okay, so it's the way and the speed that you move your weight through the lift. Okay, so that is really important. It takes it back down to the safety. Your range of motion. Have you got control of the lift? Are you using full range of motion or is it half range of motion? And finally, it's added pressure onto the muscles. Okay, so a lift should last no longer than 10 seconds. That is from starting point to end. Okay, so if you are deadlifting, starting point down, take it down, bring it back up. Okay, so your starting point's here, you should finish here. That should be no longer than 10 seconds. Hypertrophy training, which is mainly the main style of training that we do, unless we're going to go for power or strength. Okay, ideal, no more than 8 seconds. Okay, so if you are looking at it this way, it's 4 seconds down, 4 seconds up. Okay, so no more really than 8 seconds. The range is 0.5 seconds a move to 8 seconds. Okay, so for instance, if you're just going to take a squat down, you're not going to come back up, for instance, you're going to take it down, that's 8 seconds, or you can take down 0.5. Okay, but you're always going to come back. All right, so there's two main phases to tempo. There's the eccentric phase, and the concentric phase. Okay, so the eccentric phase, that is the lowering phase of the lift. Okay, so that means it's you're working the negative of your muscle, you are lengthening the muscle, and then you're returning it to start at the starting point. Okay, so for instance, for a bicep curl, your eccentric phase is when you're taking it down, you're lowering it down. So from here now, you've lengthened the muscle and you put your muscle back into the starting position, okay? The natural position. For a squat, for instance, it's when you'll go down. So once you start squatting down, that's your eccentric phase, because when your legs are bent, your muscles are in the starting position, all right? So it's your eccentric. Your concentric phase is the lifting phase. This is the muscle activation. This is where your muscles are going to start to activate. You're going to put tension on your muscles and you're going to shorten them again. So for a bicep curl, when you're taking it up, you pop your finger onto your bicep, you take it up, your muscles start to tense, they start to shorten, and you're putting pressure on the muscles. Okay, that's where you're activating the muscle. Again, when you're standing, when you come to standing in a squat, your muscles start to tighten in your quads, okay? Your hamstrings start to tighten. You're putting your muscles under that tension. So we've got here, I've got 5 different phases and examples of a tempo. So you've got your general tempo, 1010 or 2020. So this is what it all means, okay? So your 1 is your eccentric phase. I'm just going to pop this on here actually. So your eccentric phase. The 0 is the phase at the bottom, okay? So it can be a pause, so you'll see it as we go through. There might be a pause in there, or it might be 0 where you're just going to come straight back up, no rest, okay? So that's the bottom. 1 here is your concentric, okay? So you're lifting it back up again. And then at the top, and then your 0 is at the starting point or the top, okay? Starting point at the top of it, all right? So 1010 or 2020, that tends to be the general phase of a lift, okay? We may put 2020 just to control it a little bit more. So again, if you've got a bicep curl, so from here, taking it down, 1, 2, 1, 2, okay? It's a lot more controlled than just that. All right, so you are getting that tension in there, and also it's a good way for us to check our form and make sure that we are doing the lift correctly and safely. Also, as well, we've then got it as well, quickness. Okay, so if you don't have a lot of time in the gym, if you haven't got a lot of time, you really want to get your lifts just done, then that's the phase to do. But again, be really, really careful of your form, okay? We've then got power, okay? So a power lift, okay? This could be something if you're going to build up strength, if you're looking to build up strength, if you're looking to build up your muscle, okay? We could do power. So again, the eccentric phase. So for example, squat I've got here. Squat, you're going to go down for 1, no hold. The X represents the explode up, okay? So there's no time on it. It's just down, no hold, explode it back up again. And then you can have a 2-second hold at the top, get your breath, take it back down, explode, okay? With the bench, take it down for 1 second hold, explode, 1 second hold, down, explode, okay? You've then got an enhanced eccentric overload. This is where we're going to really, really slow down the eccentric phase of the lift, okay? So I've got here for a lat pull down, for example. So your starting point, you've got hold of it here, you're going to take it down. So you're going to take it down 1, 2, 3, up. So you're not exploding it up, but you are taking it up at 1. Okay, so it's not a full explode. You don't want to jar your muscles, don't want to jar your shoulder. You are taking it up at a 1, bring it down 1, 2, 3, up. Okay. Technique. This is a fantastic way to look at your technique, okay, and to make sure that you can monitor your technique in this. Take it down for a 3, no hold at the bottom, explode it back up and hold for a 2. So this is a really good way for a squat, okay? I prefer this type of tempo for a squat because I'm making sure I'm concentrating on my form the whole time. So for example, if you're going to squat down, you're going to take down 1, 2, 3, explode, okay? Hold for 2, 1, 2, 3, explode, hold for 2. And again, 1, 2, 3, explode, hold for 2. All right? Really, really good way to concentrate on your technique. Then you've got your metabolic stress. 3, 1, 3, 1. Okay? This is a really good way to make sure that you are burning and your muscles are pumping. All right? So if you really want to get that muscle burn, you really want to pump that muscle, okay, and putting your body into a metabolic stress is a fantastic way to do this. So 3, 1, 3, 1. So for example, you're going to, for a bench press, you're going to come down 1, 2, 3, hold for 1 second, take it up, 1, 2, 3, hold, 1, 2, 3, hold, 1, 2, 3. Your muscles are going to become stressed, okay? They're going to burn and they're going to pump. These tempos are put into your training for a program for a reason. Okay, they are there to make sure that you're progressing, to make sure that you're getting the full benefit of your training. You've got to put in the maximum effort, guys. This is your workout, okay? The numbers are there. I can give you them. They're there for a reason. Use those numbers, okay? Use them, implement them, and see if you can feel a difference. All I'm going to say is after every set that you do, say to yourself, did I feel that? If you felt it, spot on. If you haven't, drop me a message and I can find out why you haven't felt it, okay? I can even watch your technique. All right, fab. Thank you so much.